Namaste students, this is JVN Brijesh Kumar Yadav, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I welcome to all of you in my digital class. Students, I have prepared this lecture for BSc B.Ed JVC first semester. Paper name is Diversity of Microbes. Today's topic is Spirulina. Students, as you all know that since last few days we are discussing about cyanobacteria, blue green algae. In this chapter we have seen general character of cyanobacteria, habitat, nutrition, reproduction of cyanobacteria. After that, economic importance of cyanobacteria. After that, we'll have to study specific genus in details. Okay, and in this concern, in your BSc B.Ed JHBC first semester syllabus, there are three genera of cyanobacteria you have to study. Okay, first one is nostoc, second is spirulina, third one is oscillatoria. Okay, we will study about them one by one. So today's task is spirulina. As you all know that spirulina is a cyanobacteria, and cyanobacteria are prokaryotic, autotrophic, microscopic organisms. This is the one of the simplest definition of cyanobacteria. Okay, cyanobacteria are prokaryotic, unicellular, autotrophic organisms. Okay, one homework for you people is that please write definition of cyanobacteria in comment box so that I can get idea about your involvement, your focus, attention in my class. Okay, I can know whether you people are reading or listening my class, my lecture or not. Okay, so don't ignore it, do it. Okay, next is, in this class we will study the ultrastructure, morphology, reproduction, benefits, all those things in details. Okay, as here name is suggesting magic food, spirulina has a great economic importance as a food. It is a great source of plant protein. Now another question to all of you is that you reply in comment box what is the another great source of plant protein. Okay, I will wait for these questions. Actually this is the my way to teach online so that student get interacted and take part in my class. Okay, so let's start. Since this spirulina is microscopic organism, so we cannot see them by naked eye. We need microscope, and to see spirulina we can use transmission electron microscopy. Whatever microscope you are using in your botany lab or zoology lab, that is not high resolution microscope. They are just compound microscope, and just to evaluate, visualize the images. But if you want to visualize very minute structure, you have to go for higher resolving microscope, that is transmission microscope, and scanning microscope. Okay. Regarding structure of spirulina, it is prokaryotic cell, so it has prokaryotic organization, means it doesn't have specific particular nucleus, Golgi body, lysosomes, chloroplast, mitochondria, all those organelles are missing over here because they are prokaryotic in nature. They have capsule, pluristratified cell wall, photosynthetic system, ribosomes and fibrils of DNA region, and numerous inclusion. Another question for you people, that you tell me in comment box that which kind of ribosome found in spirulina. Okay, which kind of